It was when my daughter had to do more reading and writing at school that I did start to think more and more that she probably was dyslexic. I started to notice more of the signs. I felt like she was probably falling behind in class, and it was impossible really to get her to focus and to be able to do any of the homework that she was sent home with. Her teachers in class, I felt, had probably picked up on this because my daughter came home and told me that she'd been put on the special table, and she thought the special table was great because once the teacher had given the work to the rest of the class, the teacher sat on this table and worked with them one to one, and they were getting extra attention. So she thought it was great, but I did think, well, maybe she's on the table with the children that are struggling and they need that extra support. So I spoke to her teacher and I said, I think she probably is dyslexic. The teacher said, well, she's too young to be formally diagnosed to do a dyslexia assessment. And I said, well, there is a big chance that she probably is dyslexic because I am, and I know that it's better for a child to get help as soon as possible and not to have to wait for this formal diagnosis. Because if they can get the support straight away, then they're not going to fall behind as much, and it won't affect things like their confidence and how they feel about schoolwork in general. So the teacher was really, really good, and she said, okay, what we'll do is we'll put her on a pupil passport. Now, a pupil passport, you might have heard of it. It's also called an IELP, which is an individual educational learning plan. And I've got one here to show you. So this is an example of a pupil passport, and on it they will maybe have a picture of the child. They'll have some information about the child, like nice things like what's important to the child, such as playing or their favourite teddy bear. They'll also have things like what is the child good at. That is maybe stuff that isn't just schoolwork, but being kind and caring. So the child knows that them things are important too. It's not just about reading and writing. The learning plan then could be like this, which as a parent, it can be a bit of a mystery looking at this type of thing. And you can be unsure looking at that. If my child, are they getting the help that they need? Are they getting the support that they need? So in my Dyslexic Mum Kit, I have put in the My Learning Plan card. And this makes it really simple for you to speak to your child's teacher about the learning plan, the pupil passport, to make sure that it includes everything that the child needs to help them get better and to also stop them from falling further and further behind. So things like the learning plan should be really, really clear about what the child is doing. So in the learning plan, it might include that they're learning how to spell basic 3-letter words. It should include who's going to do that with them. Are they going to get extra support like my daughter did, get put on a table where she gets extra teacher support? Or will there be a classroom assistant in with them to help them? There should be a reason to why they're doing what they're doing. So there should always be a reason. They shouldn't just be doing an activity. It should be helping them improve in some way. So by learning 3-letter words, it's going to help improve their spelling. There should also be a time limit. So how long do they have to improve their 3-letter word spelling? Well, it may be a week. And then how is the teacher going to be able to tell that the child has improved? Because if you can't tell that a child has improved, then how can you tell if a child's getting better? And how can you tell if a child needs that extra help? So there should be something in there to help them tell that the child has improved. So on this one, for a child learning common 3-letter words, how to spell them, they may do a spelling test every week. So all this should be included on the pupil passport, and the pupil passport should be updated once a child is able to do the thing on the passport. And don't be afraid to speak to the child's teacher about the pupil passport, because if they're doing what they need to be doing, which is to help your child improve, then they should be happy to answer any questions that you do have.